Fuzzy Belvedere, I'm going to do a screen share, folks, and we got to talk about what's on Phil Spencer's shelf. Now, this is awesome. Let me bring this up right here. So I'm going to blow up the screen again. This is from Ecstasies, folks. So there you go. So hopefully you can see it. So during I'm going to read verbatim from what you're seeing in front of you, folks. During a tour of the Xbox Gaming Labs, Phil Spencer showed off his office and his famous bookshelf. Might have been to home to a Doom-themed controller design. Phil dropped it. There may be something we haven't announced yet. So I want to bring this up a little bit more and just put that up there. Now, it is a blurry image, but you're seeing what I'm seeing, folks. That is a freaking Doom controller. And look, let's be completely clear here. Nothing happens with Phil Spencer's shelf by accident. It just doesn't. He is the master manipulator, right? Phil, he has that smirk to him, and you know what's going on in his mind. He's like, I'm gonna kind of let the cat out of the bag and see if anyone sees it. That is very hard to miss because literally the guy that did the interview, who was awesome, like, is there am I getting warmer? And Phil Spencer's kind of laughing. He goes, yeah, you're getting a little warmer, and we do have something releasing that we have not announced for something else that's coming out later. Folks, here it is in front of you, the Doom controller. Now, again, in the past, Fuzzy Belvedere, this is not the biggest topic of the show, folks, but it's a fun one nonetheless. I have already lined up on buying one. There's not a question. But here is the question. Whether or not it is going to be like the Fallout one where it was a Design Labs, which I think it is. I think that makes the most sense. Now, we have seen controllers come away, and this one over here, I just regot. It's the prize and the jewel in the collection. Do you know how rare this freaking controller is?
Yeah.
And how hard it is to find? I don't want to tell you that at some point in 2018, I sold a bunch of my stuff for some personal reasons, and I got rid of that controller. One of the worst mistakes I've ever done. And I just recently got it back. I'm not going to admit on the air how much I paid for that controller. It's not egregious by any stretch of the truth, but I'm a controller guy. Like, I even have, and I don't have it here. I gotta get it. I gotta show it to you guys. You see this controller here? This is obviously the Starfield one. I have it in black. There was a black casing that they made that's literally identical to this, except it's just black, and it's awesome. Like, it is freaking looks so pristine in that it's like I don't even say it's matted. It's got a nice shine to it. I think the kit on Amazon was like $16. I bought a controller brand new. I bought a regular black controller. I popped off the cover. I put it on there, and I got a freaking Starfield controller in black. Yes, please. That's awesome. So I'm a controller guy. So we saw what happened with controllers like Forza. For instance, Forza Horizon 5's controller is dope. So much so, Fuzzy, I don't know. I'm sure you have it.
Yeah.
I won't use it. I'm afraid that I'll get stick drift. I'm afraid that I'll wear it out. So I buy some of these things kind of just as, trophies, so to speak. And I have a nice rack of controllers here. I have a nice collection over here that you've seen when I take pictures. What I'm hoping what happens here is that this, in fact, is an Xbox Design Labs joint. And I say that because anyone that wants it should be able to get it. Now, these controllers, they're expensive. Obviously, they're minimum $70, maybe a little bit more. And when they come from Design Labs, they're a pinch more because obviously you are designing your controller. This might be because again, if you looked at what they did with something like the Fallout controller, the Fallout controller came in this preset and it looked great. I changed some things, like I changed the gold triggers and the gold bumpers to make it all match the style that I wanted it to look like, right? So everyone is going to have a different one. But Fuzzy Belvedere, Doom is coming out. it's going to be a big game. Let's call a spade a spade. It's probably going to be a game that's going to be up and running for game of the year. It looks amazing. I know there's been some pushback with the flying stuff and the use of the mechs. Listen, folks, you gotta do some different things. It can't be just ground pound shooting all the time. I love what they're doing. I'm very excited. I know some people like Skill Up weren't really happy with with like the flying. I got Panzer Dragoon vibes, and I'm also a Sega nerd, so I appreciate it. But bringing it right back to the controller, folks, make no mistake, there's a Doom controller happening. This was not an accident. It's right in the middle of a shelf. If you look to the side, it's right in the freaking middle, right next to Kojima's statue. Let's break this down, bro. Are you a day one controller fan? Like, would you buy a Doom controller?
Me personally, no, but it's only because I restrict my controller buying to some extent, because there was a time where I was going for like the complete rainbow of the basic controllers and looking to do 3+ of the elite controllers. It's now down to 2 because the rubber grips don't last for me. But it's only because like I do have the Forza one, I do have the Starfield one. I what's the other? Actually, well, I have my Scorpio one. I have the original Elite controller, and then I have a duplicate of it with green grips, green thumbsticks, and paddles and whatnot. So I have a few custom ones. Plus, I have my like matte gray one that matched my truck when I first got my first Design Lab one, which now I have another matte gray car. So yeah, I have quite a few of them. But right now, the Doom one is not as high on the list. But an Outer Worlds one for me would probably be high up on the list for me. But it's just because of how I'm coordinating my collection of them. Like I'm already at like 16 controllers now, so I don't want to really add too many more at this moment. But it is pretty cool. I hope they do, like you said, like with the Fallout setup where you can change some things, whether it be the thumbsticks or the bumpers and things like that, or have like several possible faceplate differences that they have. Like, because I think the Fallout had like 2 faceplate choices that you could go with.
Yes.
But yeah, if they do it that way, which I'm so glad they finally listened on doing the Elite controllers in Design Labs as well. I hope that it's a Design Lab setup, so that way, 1, you can make it your very own custom Doom controller, and 2, the fact that it won't be scalpers out there trying to beat everybody to the punch, and then tripling the price just for profits, I guess you could say. So yeah, but it's going to be cool when they release that, and Design Labs would be the perfect fit for that.